Come with me on this journey. We are going to thrift ourselves out of debt. I know what you're thinking. Stinky Poopy Man, how are you going to accomplish that? Well, I've been thrifting for a while now. I've been acquiring garbage and putting it on my shelves. And it's been going really well. I'm selling stuff, I'm making profit, I'm buying things at a really good price, and I'm shipping them out, and it's all just moving swimmingly. We officially started the business. We're doing over $1,000 average in sales each month. It's just going great. However, Stinky Poopy Man, really bad with money a couple years ago. Stinky Poopy Man found credit cards. Stinky Poopy Man spent a lot of money with credit cards. Uh-oh. So we're going to get ourselves out of this hole with our thrifting business. So I've kind of already been doing it to this point where I'm putting some of the money into the debts and then some of the money setting aside for like taxes at the end of the year and then allocating back to the business so that I can buy more garbage later. However, I still have some problems with like making sure the money is being properly allocated. You know, like, am I putting the right amount of money in for my taxes? Am I setting aside the money properly to actually go to the debts and not just pay off me spending more money this month? And then am I using my profits properly that I'm getting into the business and recycling them into new products to make more money down the road? So with this, maybe a little bit of accountability, a little bit of structure, and finding my right flow with the items that I'm buying, seeing how that turns into profits for me and getting out of debt sooner. Without going into the nitty-gritty details, I'm currently scheduled to be debt-free in, I think it's 5 years, 4.5 years, something like that. It would be a lot of money. A lot of it going towards interest. And so we're going to try to make as many principal payments as possible using the money that we make each month to reduce that down as far as possible from the 5-year mark that we're currently quoted. And I know what you're thinking, how are we going to do that? Well, here's what I have planned. Because I didn't just start this project today, we're going to start at a fresh start from what we already have. So my company, Crown&Critique, is buying all of this inventory with its current money that it has. So all of this inventory is now owned at a net zero. We have $2,500 liquid that we're able to use as part of the business, and then everything else is gone into debt. So $2,500 is what I have left on the table, plus about 300 units. We'll be recycling and refilling those units through garage sales, flea markets, Goodwill, anything that we can find. Each month, I'll track what I'm bringing in, what I'm spending, and if I'm allocating the money to the right categories. I have a business bank account, a business credit card, and a business savings account for the taxes that I'll be using for all three of these. Each probably month, maybe every 2 weeks, every month, we will show some of the items that we've purchased, maybe some of the items that we had our best net profit, or some of the items that I didn't expect to sell. I'm still learning as I go through all of this, and sometimes I pick up items that, though they might have a high margin, they have a really low sell-through rate. So when it finally pops, it's honestly more exciting than selling something quickly sometimes. My goal is to maintain as many items listed as possible and reduce the amount of items on my 2-post shelves. This one is mostly used for Whatnot, and the rest are used to post onto eBay. Whatnot is something that I'm going to be trying out with all of this, as well as the eBay store that I currently do carry. I know debt is one of those taboo things. It's something I've been dealing with for a really long time, and it always feels weird bringing it up with people. It's that thing that everyone knows you're not supposed to have any, but everybody ends up having some at some point, and some are more responsible than others. Me not being one of those people. It hurts because I was super aware of credit and debt and how I was supposed to do it all, but I still was swiping that card because it's just so easy to do. But I think with this journey, this is going to be a way for me to do something that I enjoy doing, something that still gets me that itch where I can still buy stuff, but I'm making more money to help get myself out of the hole that I put myself in the first place. I'm doing this obviously for myself, but also to show that it's possible. No matter how far it gets, how bad it gets, where you get yourself to, there's always a way to climb out. It's all about the motivation and the drive to get there. I don't necessarily want to put a goal on, cleaning my debt out within a year or doing anything like that, because I just want to stay on the path of doing it correctly first, and as we see the structure, as we see the where the numbers are going, then maybe we can say that we have a deadline. Most of the videos will be more presentation of where we're at and what we bought and how we're doing. On the Crown&Critique channel, on the King Delp channel is me hitting the grindstone, buying stuff. So not a ton of the other videos will be like this one. This is more just an introduction to what we'll be doing. The last thing with this is that I am still learning. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't quite figured out. I haven't gone through the whole tax rigmarole yet. I don't know what that's going to cost me at the end of the day. I just know what I'm quoted. I haven't done a lot on eBay other than these last couple of months. I've never touched Whatnot before. I don't do Depop. I do a little bit of Facebook Marketplace, but there's still a lot for me to learn, and I'm willing to learn as I go through. So if you have advice, if you have experiences, things that you've already dealt with, things that you've accomplished for yourself in a similar situation, whether you're a thrifter or you're getting yourself out of debt, whatever that is, I'm all ears. I'm always willing to learn, and as I'm adapting this series, I'd love to know different ideas of what can be successful or better ways to track and keep myself accountable so that I can make sure that this is as successful as it can be. I'm really excited to go on this journey. I hope that somebody cares, but if not, this is going to be more of for myself, if anything. And I'll try to have a video of at least what we're currently standing at up pretty soon. But in the meantime, don't forget to spread positivity. Happy people make happy people, and I see you guys next time. Peace.